Hopefully our internet's okay tonight.
Drowning deep in the cleansing waters of despair, reaching for light, but there's nothing there. Bound by the weight, pulled under the waves, lost in the depths where the darkness enslaves. First echo cold and alone.
All right. How's everybody tonight? Zoetic Productions is interviewing Dead Till Night.
Welcome in the motherfucking house. Dead Till
Thanks for
Night.
having me.
Yes, welcome. How's your night going?
It's going great.
And you just celebrated a birthday recently, correct?
Yes.
Birthday.
Pretty uneventful.
Yeah. See, that's how it seems with me. The older it gets, the older we all get, it seems like the less eventful birthdays start to become.
I beg to differ. I think that my birthdays have been pretty cool.
I mean, my last birthday was pretty dope too.
Yeah, you gotta live life. Age shouldn't affect your quality of life and your birthdays.
Oh, I was doing service work, so
That's cool though. See, you should never judge your birthday. The birthday comes as it comes, right? So welcome everybody. I would love to see people clear on the comments. I would love to see you share this interview. We are interviewing Dead Till Night tonight, and tell us a little bit about where you are right now. You're in Maryland, correct?
yes, I live in Salisbury, Maryland.
Okay.
Not too far away from the beaches.
Nice.
Beautiful.
How far would it be from the beach from where you're at?
About a 45-minute drive.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
That would be like the equivalent of us driving to Ogden or something.
Yeah. Are the beaches full of sharks?
Yes, they do shark fishing off the pier.
Shark fishing.
That's cool.
Like they serve shark in the restaurants.
Some of them, yeah.
Oh damn! How do they serve it? How do they serve shark? Like, do they serve it like
Shark steaks.
ooh shark steaks?
I've heard of that. Is it
Delicious.
good?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can you get it cooked to temp like bloody as hell, or like from raw to well done, or is that one you have to cook all the way?
I have never actually asked. I just order it, and how they make it is how they make it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm, okay.
Well, Sonny's a chef. That's why he asks. So, well, welcome. I just want to thank you so much for introducing us to your music. I have a bunch of your songs on the ZPR radio, which they're all phenomenal. And your style is, would you call it rock? Would you call it metal? Can you call it anything? Or tell us about this.
Well, I really don't have like a genre, I would call it. More or less just learning as I go, but I do tend to label it as alternative metal.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds about right. So how long have you been an artist? When did you start out?
I started playing bass guitar when I was about 15. And then around the time I turned about 17, I started playing electric guitar. And I picked keyboards up here and there along the way. About 4 years ago, I started learning how to play violin, but man, that's tricky.
Oh wow.
Huh.
How does the violin differ from playing all the other instruments that you picked up recently?
The strings are on a curve. So when you're using the bow, you actually got to pivot your arm as you're going across to hit different strings. So
Okay.
it's just an odd motion.
Like this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like hitting. And
Yeah, I
like-
played the viola when I was in fourth grade.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So having to go like this, it could do some wear and tear on your shoulder. If anything, I bet. I only played it for like I can
Probably
hear.
depends on the style. Like if it's soft, probably not so bad. But if it's just like, you know.
Yeah, the music I try to play on it is a little bit harder for me. I actually figured out how to play Thunderstruck on the violin, though.
Ooh,
Whoa.
okay.
But that's
Um,
only because it's one string. It's just one string, so it's not
Oh,
so much
really?
of the yeah.
Oh, okay.
what about Metallica? Have you ever tried Metallica or anything like that?
No, the motion of it still messes with me. I've been learning it for 4 years, and I'm still at beginner level with it. So
Nice. So now, are you play electric guitar
yep.
now? So what type of guitar do you have?
I have a Dean Explorer series,
Nice.
and then I have a Dean Baby ML.
Ooh.
They're both in
Um,
storage right now. They're both in storage. So
do you miss them?
yeah, I do. It's a lot. It's a lot more fun when I have them with me, because then, like, when things are bothering me, I can sit down and just mess around on guitar.
Nice. So it's an outlet for you, music.
Yeah, absolutely. Music's my therapy.
That's cool. So would you say you create music for your own therapy? Is this how it all started, or why did you start making music?
When I was a teenager, I wanted to be in a band and I wanted to be famous. I think that's how we all kind of start at some point, just as teenagers trying to live the dream, right?
Be cool.
And
Yeah.
I was in 4 different bands. We never got anywhere with anything. Like the closest I ever got was in a band called Dead Awake. And we got to the point where we were about to go record our demo in the studio, and then things just fell apart. We all drank and we all, did drugs and stuff, and like it got in the way.
Mm.
And then I just started playing guitar as a hobby, playing bass as a hobby, piddling around on the keyboard, and then I got married and I didn't do anything musically for about 9 years.
Oh wow. Was that
And
hard?
then, yeah, I mean, but I had kids, so my time got filled very quickly. Kids are time bandits. Love them, but they're time bandits. So when I wound up getting divorced, that was really rough. And I spent a year and a half sober and just trying to keep from the courts taking my kids from me. And then after a year and a half, the courts wound up taking my kids from me. And I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't see a way to fix it. I didn't see a point in living anymore. And I tried to kill myself a few times. And I wound up in a mental institution a few times. And then I found music again, and it saved my life.
Nice.
So everything I write is mental health struggles I've dealt with, things I've went through in life,
Mm-hmm. That takes a lot of courage and talent to be able to express that too.
Well, originally it wasn't meant to be expressed to anyone but myself. It was just something I did to help me cope with things, and a friend of mine heard my song about my kids called To Reunite, and they talked me into putting it on my YouTube channel, because I had started a YouTube channel of just instrumentals, just kind of, killing time while I was isolating, figuring out my shit. Oh, wait, am I not supposed to cuss?
Oh, you can do whatever you want on Zoetic.
Okay.
It's whatever. There's no filter.
So I started making instrumentals on my YouTube channel, and I made 60 instrumentals in 30 days. And I produced the videos as well. I did all the editing to the best of my ability at that time. And then I took a step back from it, and I started working on doing vocals. And then I started recording my songs with the vocals and stuff just for myself. And then back in September, a friend of mine talked me into making a video for my song for my kids To Reunite. And that's actually what got everything started. And it's been one hell of a journey since.
So have you reunited with your children?
No. As of this May, it's been 4 years since I've seen them.
Oh wow.
How old
So,
are they?
My son is 10 and my daughter is 8.
Okay. It's gotta be hard.
Yeah, it has been, but the way I look at it is when I do get to see him again, and it will happen, I'm going to be the best version of myself.
Nice.
So I put a lot of time into being a better version of me, doing the best of someone better.
So, well, on that note, I'm gonna play a song.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, all good.
I think you saying you want to be a better version of yourself. I want to play
Yeah.
a song. So, I'm trying to think of a good one that would be. Let's see. How about we play The Decision first, and tell us a little bit about this one.
So the decision was the choice I had to make in my own life of how I was going to let people treat me. Because I would people please as a way of kind of hiding the things wrong with me, you know? And by doing that, you know, a lot of people used me and manipulated me. So the decision is a song about how I had to come to a conclusion and make a choice on how I was going to carry forward and how I was going to allow people to carry me.
That's a tricky thing in life, isn't it?
Yeah. One of the things I learned in my recovery is that the only thing I'm really in control of is myself. And I allow people to set the bar on how they treat me by what I allow them to do to me.
Right.
So that's where this song comes from.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. Let's play it. Let's listen so that we
Right, here we
can
go.
have some more insight in.
Bare minimum isn't love. Attention fades, it's not enough. I had to break, I had to feel, to learn the truth, to start to heal. I chase the spark, mistook it for fire. Thought comes to care with my desire. The echoes of words, empty and thin, had me mistaking loss for a win. But love's not built on what we lack. It's the strength to give and the faith to act. Attention isn't love I see. It's not the cure, it's not the key. Healing taught me what I'm worth, more than the silence I endured. I found the strength to break apart, to mend the cracks inside my heart. I wore the mask, I played the role, but shadows can't complete a soul. It took the pain, it took the fall, to find the love beneath it all. No more settling for half a try, no more begging for a shallow lie. I learned to hold myself with care, to fill the void, to meet me there. Healing hurt, but it made me see the love begins inside of me. Attention isn't love I see. It's not the cure, it's not the key. Healing taught me what I'm worth, more than the silence I endured. I found the strength to break apart, to mend the cracks inside my heart. Love's a choice, not just a name. I'll give my all, and now I know what's real will stay, what's fake will go. No longer empty, no longer numb. I wait for love that's truly won. The bare minimum's not my fight. I found my worth, I found my life. But bare minimum isn't love. Attention fades, it's not enough. I had to break, I had to feel, to learn the truth, to start to heal. Now I stand, whole and free. No more shadows defining me. Love's a fire, deep and true, and I'll give it all, but not for you.
Nice.
Got a real kill switch engage vibe. Right?
I like that. Like, give it all for me, but not for you. Like, that's boundaries, you know?
Yeah. It was something that I really struggled with. You know, I didn't know how to set boundaries, and I would just come off aggressive instead of being assertive. So, yeah, most of my music is really just lessons I've learned and mental health struggles I've went through, and the discovery along the way of like being the person I am now versus who I was.
Nice. So, if you could look back at the person that you were and tell yourself something of uttermost importance, like the most important thing, what do you think that would be?
That it was okay to love myself. That I'm worth a lot more than I ever thought I was. And that if I have patience and I take the time to do the hard work of facing the uncomfortable truth of me, that it's worth it on the other side, because I'll find freedom.
Yeah, they say the truth can hurt for a reason. It's facing it head on, you know. It's always a tough journey.
But if you have that unconditional love for yourself, it's a lot easier to face your mistakes.
Absolutely.
That anger towards yourself or resentment or anything of negative, it makes the friction a lot more tense, right? So
Yeah.
that's beautiful that you were able to finally realize that you deserve love.
Well, the first person you'll lie to is yourself. The easiest person to lie to is yourself. So, you know, nobody wants to admit they're wrong. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. So that's why it's the easiest to lie to yourself, because you want to save yourself from that discomfort.
Mm-hmm. Denial.
Yep.
Not just a river in Egypt, right?
Right.
Oh, it's a wide one, though. You'll drown in it if you stay in it too long.
Right.
Yeah.
With a rock tied to your ankle.
So
Yeah.
I want to get to the Dead of Night Entertainment. You are the creator of Dead of Night Entertainment,
That's
correct?
right.
Yeah.
No, he's
That's actually what I started my YouTube with.
So Dead of Night Entertainment is your, what exactly is this title?
Okay, so both my band name and my production name is a play on words, right? So during the day, I work for other people. I do what other people need me to do so I can make money. So I am dead till night. That's when I get to be me and get to do what I want to do, is at nighttime. And then I come up with my best ideas in the middle of the night. So I create my entertainment in the dead of night.
I like that.
Okay.
So that's like the time of creation.
And the off hours, right? You sleep, you're up working.
Yep.
So Dead of Night Entertainment, when did you create that?
So I created that in October of 2023. And that's when I made my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And that's
like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I started my YouTube channel because I was messing around on BandLab, and I put together a few beats. You know, I was trying to make a faceless YouTube channel for, like, you know, just instrumentals. And initially I started with, I think my first song on there was a lo-fi beat. And then, like, I made a couple lo-fi beats, and then I was like, man, you know, what else can I do? So there's actually 12 different genres on there. There's R&B, there's hip hop, there's jazz, there's blues, there's rock and roll, metalcore, country, contemporary, So yeah, I started making everything, because I got neurodivergence. So once I got into it, it was just like a rabbit hole, and I just kept messing around and kept messing around and kept messing around. And I wound up making 60 songs in that first month, and it was insane.
What? That's a lot of production.
Yeah, and I was making 2 songs a day and 2 videos a day for the entire month.
Wow.
Wow, you were like ready, right?
I was extreme isolation at that point in my life. Outside of work and the grocery store, I really didn't have any contact with anyone. So it was just my way of occupying my time. And then I'd be watching, anime would be my background noise while I'm sitting there making music. So like I spent probably 7 months of my life like that, where I was just like doing a lot of shadow work and doing a lot of internal work. And then like when it would get too much on me, I would turn around and I'd make music and, kind of chill myself back out. So.
Dude, would you ever want to use anime within your music videos?
Actually, I use a lot of anime artwork in my music videos. If you check out the YouTube channel, Dead of Night Entertainment, all of them, but like I think there's maybe 4 that don't use anime.
Okay.
Well, speaking of that, can we play your video?
Yeah, absolutely.
American Now. Let's play this, and you guys can kind of get an idea of the video making production style that you have. So let's go. I'm excited.
Where are we now? Where do we stand? A broken people, a fractured land. No dreams remain, no future to vow. This is our story, this is America now. Oh, the shadows we cast in twilight gloom. At the land that divides us, our hearts find no room. The stripes of discord, the fields of disdain. We march through the dissonance of fractured refrain. With no gleaming stars, just darkness above. No unity we find, no binding freedom falters, injustice burns. ashes of hope, can we find a way to break these chains, to see a new day? If we reach out, if we hold on tight, maybe we'll find our way back to the light. In this silence, the sound of hope descends, 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 hope descends. In the ashes of hope, can we find a way to break these chains, to see a new day? If we reach out, if we hold on tight, maybe we'll find our way back to the light. But as we stand now in this fractured place, with tears in our eyes and shame on our face, this is our moment, our reckoning somehow. For this is America, America now. This is America. This is America. America now. This is America. America now. America now.
Damn, that video was cool. I like it. The first time we started talking, we watched that, and Sunny and I both.
And
loved
is
it.
that gonna be
Let's
on
do that
your new?
again.
And is that gonna be on your new album that's gonna be dropping here really soon?
That was on my EP album, Till Darkness Ends.
So the
So-
new album, Lost and Rebirth, is out.
It's gonna be out in 2 days, correct? On the 24th
It releases tomorrow.
of tomorrow. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tomorrow is the release, but we already have it playing on ZP.
So y'all better go check that out.
I believe we do. Did you send it to me? I don't think you have you?
I don't think I have actually.
Oh no.
Oh,
No. So all the songs you have are the 3 singles I released and then the EP album.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the new album has 12 songs on it. It is a full-length album. It took a lot of work to put it together. That video took forever to put together. I used AI generators to generate the video for that, and I spent 3 months prompting AI to create that video.
Was it difficult? Do you feel like AI can be difficult with something like that? With the human mind?
Absolutely.
Like that's so interesting. I want to know your experience. I have this conflict with AI right now. I shouldn't judge it, but I do. How do you feel about using AI for your artwork?
It was a headache. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of reprompting, rewording how I was wording it. It was pretty frustrating. It really was.
What was the funniest thing that came out of it that was just you're just like, what? This is not what I'm saying, you know?
Actually, most of the stuff that it came out with was pretty relevant to what I was prompting it for. The thing is it wasn't what I wanted. So it was a lot of redoing it because I wanted the video to have a specific message, you know, and I wanted the imagery to match up with that message. I wrote America Now when I was sitting back thinking about like how America is right now and how everything's so divided. I mean, we can't agree on a lot of things, like even down to, you know, what is a woman? We can't even agree on that most of the time. So like, I felt like the country was super divided and fractured, you know, and like you look at history, and I'm a big history fan, you know, and you look at history, and I mean, America's been divided quite a few times, but like we always find our way back to that common thing. And that's, we have more in common than we have different, you know? And I really, really wanted that song to project that. A friend of mine actually reached out to me, Robert Brown, and he had came up with part of the lyrics. and he was like, "Man, I would love to hear this as a metal song. Could you do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." And it was like one verse, and I just built off of it. He actually got the lyrics because he prompted AI to write him the exact opposite of the Star Spangled Banner. And that's where part of the lyrics actually came from, was he prompted AI to give him the opposite of the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And he brought it to me, and like I saw the lyrics of it, and it's like, yeah, I can definitely do something with that, you know? And so, you know, I sat back for a little while, man, and I thought about how our country's going and where we're going as a country, you know? And if we continue going the way we're going, like, we're going to destroy it all.
Mm-hmm. But don't you, on a sociology kind of point of view, don't you think that's just human nature? We've always been destroying each other and always been like from the beginning of time.
We break it before we fix it.
Yeah, we don't really. I don't know if we're going to evolve. I think that maybe the things might change and it might be a little bit different, but we're always going to be at war with each other.
Well, the technology evolves, which is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Now,
like I said, you know,
Pessimistic, but if you look at the patterns, it's like, are we really ever? Is there really such thing as like actual like seeing eye to eye and cooperating together?
well, that's the thing, you know, if you look at it, you know, the more we try to be individuals, the further away from we get from being unified, because we focus more on the little things about ourselves than the things that we all have in common. And we have way more in common than we have different, you know. We may be individual people, but like we are all tied to this in a symbiotic relationship. You know, everything on this planet was created to help something else thrive. So maybe I went a little too deep with that, but but like that's the way I look at it.
I love conversations this deep.
we love that intellect. We always allow that. We always allow our guests to speak their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just, you know, I feel like if you look at like, I don't want to get political or too political or too, you know, politically correct, but like if you notice society is constantly subdividing itself into smaller and smaller microcosms of cliques or groups, you know, and the more we divide ourselves, the less united we're going to be. I mean, it goes to that age old saying, you know, a divided nation falls. You know what I mean?
I have a question. If there were 5 humans on the planet, do you think it would be the same? Just in a different scale compared to 5?
Absolutely.
Like,
I mean, we started off at a smaller scale than what we are now. So yeah, absolutely.
Have we ever like actually lived in synchronicity? Do you really think that would even
The historical record does not show that. I mean, the historical record doesn't show that. But we don't know all of history either. So,
You think this country might be on the verge of a civil war?
Of course, they love it, and I'm saying like I don't love it myself, but humans love chaos, and they.
I was just about to say that.
And they
I was just about to say that.
Their egos are like I say there, but I'm a human too. Human egos are so huge. Like, look at people that run around in their trucks with their flags, just projecting who they are. I'm right. You should die. You suck.
Yeah, what's up with everybody having a Tesla truck these days?
Yeah, that too. Like, fuck.
Well, I get you're trying to help the economy, but it looks like a knockoff Hot Wheels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Nothing against Tesla. Like nothing against Tesla. I think it's great that we're trying to get to a point where we're not doing so much damage to the planet. I think that's good. I don't think it should be mandated. I think that, you know, over time, like anything, when better technology comes out, other stuff does become obsolete at one point or another, you know, and we should definitely try to live more sustainable. I agree with that.
I ain't gonna lie, the Teslas are nice to cruise in. It feels like I'm like in a little space.
But on a human scale, I hate to sound pessimistic, everyone, but I mean, I'm all about unity. I'm all about bringing people together and communicating with people properly and being in tune with myself and being aware and having awareness of any self-destructive shit that I have inherited from being human. But we have a lot of very evolved people on this planet, and I think music is probably one of the greatest things ever. That's my opinion. And
Well, yeah.
I'm going to push that on everyone, but we all do our part to bring a certain peace, and maybe we might have a decent planet. But in the big picture, are we ever really going to be at peace and in harmony?
So you look at music, right? Sound waves have a very profound effect on everything around it. Honestly, I believe the basis of all creation starts with sound vibrations and magnetism. Like if you break anything down to its base core, you find magnetism and vibrations. But there was a Japanese scientist, and what he did was he played music to water and then froze it.
Oh,
And
yes.
what he
His name is O. It starts with an O.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. But when he
Yeah.
froze water while playing classical music, it was like looking at a snowflake under a microscope.
Mhm.
And then when he played like death metal and rap to the water and froze it, it looked like pollution. Like
Or
the
he would say, like,
structure was like pollution.
talk hate in front of a glass of water and freeze it, and it literally this
Yeah.
is called Hidden Messages in Water. That was his book.
Mhm.
And it literally
Yeah.
looked like he was someone was stabbing someone in the microscopic picture of the water.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about
Yeah, I was telling him about
But
it.
the vibrations of
But you
water.
also got to look at like a lot of media is projected in a certain frequency, right? And it's the lowest level of consciousness. Like they want us to be primal. They want us to be reacting off of our base level, our primal level. You know what I mean? Which is more selfish, more aggressive, more me, not so much you, me, all of us. You know, and that's mass majority of media is projected in those sound waves. It's the alpha waves, alpha sound waves, and gamma sound waves is the highest level of consciousness. So, you know, classical resonates in the higher level of consciousness. So, when I actually create music, I tend to listen to classical first.
So metal and classical really are similar, right? Like the way the notes are carried and produced in their
Well,
own
yeah,
way.
I mean, all music's based off of the scales. You know, it's how you structure them. You know, and then some of the effects that you use, you don't realize it, but it changes the sound wave. You know, Third Eye and I've talked about this a few times of like changing the frequency that the album comes out as. Like you have frequency with your different notes, but the overall frequency you use on the completion of it, changing it. You know, we've had a lot of really cool conversations about stuff like that. I'm really blessed to have met him and Christina White, because like
Yeah.
they they have enough patience to deal with me because my logic is kind of on its own track. That comes from being autistic, so my logic just kind of follows its own thing. But man, I'm just grateful to have met them because like they've guided me a lot in mastering music and like how I just, if you look at a lot of my earlier songs, I would just abruptly cut off the song right at like, I'd get more or less, I'd get bored and be like, okay, I'm done. And I just cut the song off right then and there. Boom. All right, I'm done. and Christina used to give me a lot of crap about that. So I learned how to start fading songs out and not doing such abrupt ends. So they've both been mentors to me in this journey as well. So it's been really cool to meet them.
Yeah, that's amazing. Their energy in this world is amazing too.
Hey, shout out
Very
to
good
that
people.
Christina White.
So I sent you a link if you have decent internet and if you'd like to hop in the interview just for a few minutes and talk with us, you're welcome to. It's all up to you. Third Eye, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have met Dead Till Night. We would not have been able to have this interview, and we have mad appreciation. I sent you the link. You just click on the link, and then you can go through your phone or whatever. So you just put your name in, open it up in a browser, and you can hop in, and I'll bring you in. But yeah, so Third Eye, we have a lot of appreciation for you in so many ways.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on one second. Let me go to here. And
I think he's figuring it out. I'm hoping.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Hang on.
Third, check your Facebook Messenger. I sent you the invite in that.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same link that I sent you as well. It's just for you guys. It's not for the public. It's just to come into this studio. So, I sent it 1 minute ago, and this is the link. Okay. That would be great if we can get you in. So we'll just see if you can.
Not me. I'm looking on my phone. I'm like, where's this link? Wait a minute.
I'm talking with Third Eye. I'm talking with Third Eye. It'd be great to
I got you.
Third Eye in the interview. So, do you mind if we play Crimson Waters?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. While Third Eye is trying to figure this out, we're gonna get. Yeah.
This is actually Christina's favorite song.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Is Christina watching? If you are watching now or in the future, when this is no longer live, hello, Christina. Mad love to you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
And here's your favorite song, girl. I love this one too.
Drowning deep in the crimson waters of despair, reaching for light, but there's nothing there. Bound by the weight, pulled under the waves, lost in the depths where the darkness enslaves. First echo cold and alone, a silent scream, chills to the bone. Every breath a fight, every heartbeat slow, sinking further down where no hope can grow. Crimson waters rise, pull me under. Lightning crashes, a silent thunder. Shadows wrap tight, nowhere to flee. Drowning in the depths of what's left of me. Drowning deep in the crimson waters of despair, reaching for light, but there's nothing there. Bound by the weight, pulled under the waves, lost in the depths where the darkness enslaves. Memories blur like waves in the dark, fading faces, a haunting mark. The light I held slips through my grasp, lost to the tides, no strength to clasp. Crimson waters rise, pull me under. Lightning crashes, a silent thunder. Shadows wrap tight, nowhere to flee. Drowning in the depths of what's left of me. Crimson waters rise, pull me under. Lightning crashes, a silent thunder. Shadows wrap tight, nowhere to flee. Drowning in the depths of what's left of me. Eyes closed tighter, lost to the deep. Promises broken, secrets to keep. Surrender to silence, numb to the pain. Adrift in the dark like endless rain. Drowning deep in the crimson waters of despair, reaching for light, but there's
Oh,
nothing there. Bound by the weight, pulled under the waves, lost in the depths where the darkness enslaves. Crimson waters rise, pull me under. Lightning crashes a silent thunder. Shells wrap tight, nowhere to flee. Drowning in the depths of what's left of me. If I could rise, break free from the chains, find the strength to silence the pains. But here I am, beneath the tides, where only shadows and silence reside. Fading further, the light now a blur, lost to the dark where echoes stir. In crimson waters, I make my peace, drowning in silence where the whispers cease.
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
We love it. We love
Yeah.
it. Okay, we can hear you. We just can't see you.
I can't see y'all. My bad.
Okay, so
Where's you at?
are you using your cell phone?
I'm using my cell phone.
Okay. When you set it up, did you set up your camera or was it just funny?
I don't know if I did the camera right. I don't know. I don't use StreamYard. Remember I was telling y'all this. What's up,
Yeah.
man? What's going on, my brother? I see you, baby.
What's up,
Hey,
man?
man. Hey, congratulations on the latest video, man. That shit is fire.
Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I hope you're feeling better, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. Like I woke up this morning feeling great, so it worked out for
Good.
the interview. Man, it sucked. I had a chest cold for a couple of days, and then my sinuses were messed up too. I had a sore throat. Like I, I was like stressing over the interview because I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I thought I was going to sound all sick and
Well, it's good
Well,
to see. It's good to see you doing your thing, man.
your voice is great. You sound good.
Thank you. Oh man, I'm glad to have you on here with me, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. Hey, I just want to give a big shout out to Zoetic Productions. I love these two brothers and sisters right here. I look. These guys have been a major addition to the gears working in this system. For everybody that's being interviewed, for everybody that's been connecting, all the music that's been doing. I want to give a shout out to y'all for doing the most in a short amount of time. We're talking about you, and we're happy to have you on board.
Thank
And you
you.
guys are doing an amazing job. It's good to see Dean Cocky over here, dead till night. I love this brother. You know what
He
I'm
is
saying?
talented. And we were saying we
Yes,
appreciate
talented is
you.
all hell.
Vocals.
Yeah.
I can do it all.
And I know that we don't have overdose on here, but we were actually just talking about something. I'm not involved with it, but Sunny, weren't you guys talking about getting Third Eye and maybe asking Dead Till Night to get on something? We won't give out the information, but Sunny's a great singer.
Mm,
You're a great singer. You're a great growler, Third Eye. Like,
you
can you imagine
know,
all of you guys together?
you, you
Why
know,
am
I'm
I
just
just
gonna
now hearing
say,
about this?
I know, right?
I
I
love
know.
this
Look,
idea.
I'm
Why
just
am I
gonna
just
say
now
this.
hearing about this?
Hey, look, this is your interview, Dean. I'm just gonna say one thing. We really love Meduzi, and we really love Sunny K9 right now. Okay, y'all the hottest topic. Yeah, we're really talking about y'all a lot in the networks. And just know Third Eye Music is available at your exposal, at Dean's exposal. We're trying to uplift Brother Dean, and we're trying to uplift y'all too at the same time. Please know that you guys are in good graces and have access to so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Third Eye.
you.
We appreciate you. Thanks for getting on. And I'm glad that you're able to support your homie.
Thank you,
That's
brother.
right.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, we've been working together. We've been figuring things out. And, there, no one believes that this guy is the truth. But I'm here to say Nah, y'all got the wrong idea. This brother is it. He's my brother Starseed, and I fucking love him. You know what I'm
Love you
saying?
too, brother. Thanks for putting this all together, man. Like, I wouldn't be on here if it weren't for you setting it all up, man. So definitely appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
Just time to shine, brother.
mad love to you. We're gonna let you go, Third Eye. Until
Okay.
next time. Appreciate
Thank
your
you for having me on for a minute. Sorry y'all couldn't see me. I don't know what happened. I gotta figure it out.
and we will talk to you soon, brother. Thank you.
Very
All
good.
right.
So
Absolutely, bro.
Blessings, blessings, blessings.
That's it.
I'm here
Excellent
supporting.
blessings, bro.
all right. That was great having Third Eye on. Third Eye is a huge pivotal person in this network that we're networking through. And we
Absolutely.
absolutely loved him. He's a good brother to all of us. So thank you so much, Third Eye. So how did you meet Third Eye? How did you guys connect?
So when I released To Reunite on my YouTube channel, a friend of mine, Katie, reached out to me, and her current in the process of becoming ex-husband wanted to do a collaboration with me on To Reunite, which wound up falling through, and he actually stole the song, and I had to fight a copyright infringement for it and everything else. But before the falling out happened, he got me on Christina White's show Cup of Time, and that was the first radio show I was on, and I've been going on there every day that I can, supporting her channel, sharing my music through it. And that's where I met both Third Eye and Christina White. And, they just started nurturing me along, like, hey, you should try this. And like, I'm going to quote Christina on this with play with them buttons, once you start playing with them buttons, you'll start discovering some stuff that you never thought you'd like, you think you know exactly how you like the thing to sound until you start playing with them buttons. And then you're like, oh, well, wait, okay. So they've given me tips and tricks along the way. I think getting my master volume was probably one of the hardest things because I was originally using BandLab, and like they got a paywall set up so that you can only master to a certain volume before you pay for their subscription, and Antoine Third Eye, he just blessed me through a brother of his, Angel in a Gas Mask, with Fruity Loops. So I'm playing with those buttons, figuring out Fruity Loops.
We love that
Excited to mess with that. So, yeah, but,
That's Oracle.
Oracle. Yes,
yeah,
Oracle.
yeah.
He's our
Mhm.
dude. Like, we love his beats so much. I think almost every song on our new album,
It's basically produced by him.
except for the one I made for Planet Nine and a couple other ones, but we love his music. All of our new music, Oracle is definitely the one for that.
Oh yeah, he's awesome, man. Like he
So
sent me
much
over Fruity Loops, and then he sent me over a bunch. I haven't even finished downloading all the plugins that he sent me. So I'm just so blessed to have met the people that I have in my life right now. Because like I was doing it all solo, and it was just like I didn't have any support, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just figuring out as I went. And it's just I fell into this great community where I got all the support I could ask for. If I got questions, I can reach out to them. They will answer me. They will help me out. It's just amazing, man. Like the journey's been insane. We're talking from September of 2024 till now, and I went from like my instrumental YouTube channel to 3 singles, a 4-track EP, and now a full album. So it's insane. I mean, I had a lot of the material, but it was all really rough. Like none of it was finished, And over the last few months since I've been going to Cup of Time and dealing with Third Eye, man, and Christina, I've actually like cleared out most of my backlog. I'm even doing a couple of collaborations, man. Even though after the first one fell through and all the crap happened where my song got stolen, I didn't think I was going to ever do a collaboration, man. It just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I was just like, yeah, fuck that scene. But it turned out to be like through their support, man. I realized, there are going to be people that I can trust in this, and if I just, make sure people align with my principles before I go agreeing to do stuff with them, then I'll find my people. You know what I mean? I will find my people, and I absolutely have. So Third Eye and I have a collaboration that we're working on. Hopefully be finishing that up soon. And then I got a collaboration I'm doing with Venus. And yeah, so the future is looking awesome. Like, I'm excited for it. I really am.
That's amazing. If you could choose just anyone in the world to collab with, like, who would that be? Like, who's the ultimate person you would love to?
Lindsay Sterling. That girl can play a violin, man. Lindsay Sterling, I would love for her to play violin for one of my songs. Don't ever see that happening, but she's an amazing violinist.
You never know.
You never know. Put it out there. You never know. That would be really cool.
Well, I've tagged her in a couple of my songs. Like when I put them on YouTube, I tagged her in a couple of them in hopes that like maybe she would check it out. But I don't know. Maybe one day. But like right now, man, I'm actually collaborating with the people I want to. Like, I wrote this song that like the lyrics were just better suited for a female. And I was just in Cup of Time one day and I was like, man, I really love Venus's voice. I was like, I have this song that I think she would do amazing on. And then she jumps in chat, like out of nowhere, just hops in chat. Hadn't seen her in there at all since I'd been going to the show. And then like we started talking and I sent her over the song and the lyrics that I had, and she agreed to work on it. But she wanted to finish up her album, which if I'm not mistaken, she just finished up. So that'll be kicking off here soon. So It's going to be amazing, man. I'm look, 2025 is the year of the grand rising. We just got to claim it, accept it, and walk into it.
Grand rising.
That's how we started the year on the 1st. Like, we were like, this is a new year. This is going to be a
honest manifestation.
So many good things are just at our feet, you know, and it's all about doing the work and the creation and being in alignment. But there's something about this year. I definitely agree.
That's because all the planets aligned. All the planets aligned in the sky, man. Like, you know how many like eclipses and stuff are going on this year? It's insane. The universe is speaking. So I'm excited for it.
So after you get this new album out, are you anticipating to be performing live anytime soon?
I'd have to put together other people. I can't do it all by myself. And I didn't really realize that when I was putting it all to, like, when I was making everything, like I was just doing it for therapy. So I never really thought it that far down the line, honestly. And then everything just started coming together so quickly and I just kept following it down the rabbit hole, you know? I'd like to, I'd have to put together a solid team that I could trust though, you know?
Other artists to perform live with you?
Well, I'm almost 4 years sober, so I don't want anyone that's going to be drinking. I don't want anyone doing drugs, because my sobriety means more to me than anything outside of my kids, you know, and my sobriety means a lot because if I hadn't gotten sober, I wouldn't be here. That's what the song Dead to Life's about. And that's after they took my kids and I was trying to kill myself. I tried to overdose 3 different times. I actually did overdose and they brought me back. I wound up in a mental institution 3 different times. I was at the end of my rope, you know, and through all that, I found the strength and the determination I needed to overcome anything I face in life. And that's where that song comes from. It's a really powerful song too.
Which song is it?
Dead to Life.
Dead to Life.
Let's play it.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I have it though? I don't think I do. If you want to send it to me, I'm happy to play it.
Yeah, hang on one second. Yeah, I got you. Hang on. I'll send it over. I did not realize you didn't have that one.
I might just not have it on here.
Because that's on the EP. I thought I sent
Yeah.
over every one of them from the EP.
Look at my files. No, I don't have it in my files. So maybe you sent it and I didn't grab it. But
That's okay. I'm going to send it over right now.
oh goodness. Okay, I am looking now at the email. And we haven't played Counterfeit.
No, we have not played Counterfeit.
Counterfeit King.
Okay, so
Or-
Counterfeit King is a song about the guy who stole my song. And yeah, that's where this one comes from.
Well, while you're sending that, I'm going to play this.
Yeah, I'll replay this as a fuck you to the guy who stole your song.
Yes.
All right.
Give me an asshole!
Monarch self-proclaimed, an empire built on stolen names. Your words that dust your crown a lie. A parasite feeding until you die. A counterfeit king, clad in delusion, offering nothing. Your schemes are brittle, your throne is weak. Playing on the knife cause your art's antique. Contracts scrawled in venomous ink. Creating delusion, offering nothing. Your schemes are brittle, your throne is weak. Playing on the knife cause your art's antique. Contracts scrawled in venomous ink. Creating delusion, currency you siphon and shriek. You masquerade as mental but betray muse. A hollow man worthy of the tools you abuse. Dominance, you flex with pride, but substance cannot grow where truth has died. Intimidation is your counterfeit shield. The real creators break through unyielded and healed. Crumbling from no legacy stands, built on theft with unworthy hands. Your empire bleeds its roots defiled. The stolen voice is now reconciled. Your fraud is feed, your con laid bare. Your crown awaits you, just dust and despair. The marrow of art is untouched by deceit. What your soul grows strong where you meet defeat. You war with creators but misjudge their might. For true talent ignites in the absence of light. You scavenge in shadows for fragments of gold. Desperate to mask how your talent's been sold. Your bravado's brittle, your vision's erased. A scavenger feeding on billions misplaced. But stolen lies cannot craft legacy. And theft breeds only a hollow decree. The names you erase will carve their own path. While your monument crumbles beneath their wrath. You weaponize contracts, deceit in disguise. To barter in dreams you can never devise. But art is immortal, true voices endure. While you fade into silence, both vile and obscure. Crumbling from no legacy stands, built on theft with unworthy hands. Your empire bleeds its roots defiled. The stolen voice is now reconciled. Your fraud is feed, your con laid bare. No crown awaits you, just dust and despair. Faith makes still words, but not the divine. Full creation now lives, every moral design. The pen you misuse was never your own. A soldier of thought on a counterfeit throne. Each verse you stolen deserves to wait. Each lie you spoken seals your fate. The voices you silence will roar and resound while you choke on the ashes of stolen ground. Hollow monarch self-proclaimed, an empire built on stolen names. Your words are dust, your crown a lie. A parasite feeding until you die. No monument stands to feed to the soul. No honor is found in what darkness controls. Your throw of collapse, forgotten and cold. While true art survives, eternal and bold. Hollow monarch, self-proclaimed, an empire built
that was amazing.
Counterfeit Kings by Dead Till Night.
That was amazing.
So all you motherfuckers who
Felt
can't come up
that.
with your own shit, you gotta steal someone else's great art just to push yourself forward.
I fought a copyright infringement claim with DistroKid for 3 months, and then they snatched it down. They finally did their investigation and ruled in my favor. And then he turned around and posted it on YouTube. So then I had to turn right around and file a copyright infringement claim against them on YouTube. Now, I will say this, YouTube is quick with their stuff. So like within 5 hours, it was yanked back off of YouTube. So
Oh wow. Yeah, they are good about that.
Yeah, YouTube don't play.
I want to shout out to Zeke. Who was like,
Zeke, my guy.
you guys need to work together. That's what I was talking about earlier.
He's got screamo vocals like a
You guys
motherfucker. With
need
your,
to do something.
with your instrumentals and your singing too, that'd be fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and whoever stole your shit, like, they're not gonna go far.
Nah, I mean, I'm not worried about it. I got my song back. That's all that matters, man. You
I hope
know,
they get caught lip syncing like Ashley Simpson on Saturday Night Live.
it was just one of those things. You know, it was like the first song I released. It was about my kids. It was very personal. You know, and yeah, like it really pissed me off. I actually, man, when it happened, I was gonna just stop making music because like I was just so overwhelmed with like how easy it was for that to happen. And like there was a few people, Christina White, like she kept on me. She talked me through it. She told me what I needed to do next. Third Eye, he talked me through it, you know. My accountability partner, Josh, man, he's been solid. The last few months, like anytime I have an issue and I can't get up with anybody, he's always there for me, you know. He's my brother from another mother, you know, he's an awesome guy. A friend of mine, Carol, she talked me into continuing it. So I have 4 people that really stood with me in that and like helped me get through it to the point where I didn't stop making music.
Good.
You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, that was about my kids, man. That was really personal.
Yeah. But don't let anyone stop you from your grind and from being, from being able to do your music. You're too
Yeah.
incredible, and your music is a gift to this world. So, yeah, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad that you.
Did you check your email?
I will check it right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And Zeke, dude, yeah, definitely on some Viking shit, bro. Like you heard my song Warrior's Tale, so you know I'm down for that shit.
he loves all that Viking shit. He's on that kick.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my religion. So
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about. Is it like based on pagan Norse religion?
Yeah, Norse paganism. Yeah, Norse paganism. My patron god is Tyr, the god of war and justice, you know, and sacrifice. So
You've mentioned in chat, like when we talked on Messenger and stuff, you'll send a message to certain pagan gods, and I really appreciate that.
yeah. So I make offerings. So like my gods, they don't care if we pray to them, because like the way they look at it is they've given us everything inside of us already. So it's up to us to dig down inside, find it, and use it. So like they don't get involved in our actual lives like through prayer. So I make offerings, you know, just for them to gently guide, you know, because we believe in fate over everything. You know, fate guides everything, the norns and the web of weird. So, but yeah, Air is the physician goddess. Air is the physician goddess of all the gods. So when you were sick, I made an offering to Air.
I feel it. I feel like if it wasn't for that, that was a little bit of an assistant to help me get through it. I felt something. I felt a good energy. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I'm almost better, almost, but pretty brutal shit.
Not better than anywhere.
A lot better. I'm using the inhaler less. I can breathe a little better. So that's good. I'm back to work. And
Yeah, I'm glad that you got better.
last week we had someone scheduled and I had to cancel. I felt so bad, but there was no way I would have been able to interview at the state I was in. So I'm so glad to be here with you in this interview now. So thank you. And
Oh yeah, I'm glad you were able to make it too, because like I was sick. You know, I just spent 3 days sick, and I woke up this morning and I was like, man, I feel great. We're gonna do this interview, and it's gonna be great.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
it's like great when things play out like they're supposed to.
Yes. And Zeke, we had a belated birthday party for him last night because we were all sick the week before and we couldn't do it. So it was really awesome to be able to finally have that celebration for Ovadose's life. Thank you, Overdose. You're a great friend. Appreciate you.
Love you, buddy.
We love you, and that was so fun last night. I'm so glad you guys were able to come over. How would you say your family, like your biological family, supports your music?
I mean, I know they listen to it and everything, and they'll comment here and there, but we're not so close anymore. Not that I don't want to be. It's just life events have happened, and we don't get to see each other as much as we want, and we're kind of scattered. You know, matter of fact, right before you got sick, my mom was in the hospital, and I talked to her for a few days on the phone. You know, while she was going through that. But like my dad's up in Michigan, my stepdad's like 70 miles away or something, you know? So, I spend most of my, like the most family I spend time with is my grandfather. And I work with him. So, you know, but they're supportive. They're absolutely supportive of it. We just don't talk as much as I'd like.
Yeah. Yeah, family is important. But that's good that they support your music. I think that is so, like, it is so hard as an artist to not have support from the people in your life. Like, sometimes I see, and speaking from experience too, like, I have more support from strangers than from people in your life. So to have that support from your grandfather is really cool.
Yeah, it's not his cup of tea though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like when we're at work, we listen to the oldies, and I mean, I don't mind it. I like the oldies, you know. So like that's what we listen to when we're working. You know, we're jamming out to the oldies.
Yeah, like
So,
Motown.
yeah, like Motown, Lionel Richie, all kinds of older music, man. And like I'll play him some of my songs here and there, and like he'll listen to it, and he'll be like, "Yeah, that sounds good," but you can tell it's not his kind of music, and it's like it's cool, man. His wife's super supportive, you know. Like ever since my divorce and like getting sober, like they've definitely been there for me. Like whenever I've needed them, they've showed me massive amounts of support. I'm so grateful for them. They're just, solid people, man, and so caring. You wouldn't know it when you talk to my grandfather. He's kind of gruff, and he'll remind you of John Wayne, man. Like my entire life, he's reminded me of John Wayne. He kind of looks like John Wayne, you know. So,
old music, Pilgrims.
yeah, he's got that true grit, man. You know, he's got that true grit. So like he'll help me, but he wants me to stand on my own because he comes from that generation, you know, and I appreciate that, I do, because I can do it. You know, there was a point in time when I didn't think I was able to do it, man, and that's when I was trying to end it all. And like he supported me through that. Like me and him had some really deep conversations through that time, and I'm just grateful for him. Like he's an amazing guy. Man, he's awesome. 78 years old, still out there swinging a hammer. Like, just like true grit, man. just true grit. Seriously.
That's pretty cool. Just never stops. That's cool. So
He's hardcore, man.
I am going to play this song that you just sent me. Tell us a little bit about it. Dead to Me.
It's Dead to Life is the name
Dead
of
to
it.
Life.
I might have mislabeled it. Like I said, I usually make music in the middle of the night, and sometimes it's coffee fueled, and I'm like crashing out when I finish up projects. So I might have typed it up
No,
wrong.
I think it was me. I just don't see the file name all the way. So
Okay.
Dead to Life. Let's play this, but before we play it, give us a little insight on this song.
Okay, so earlier when I was talking about like how I tried to overdose myself 3 times, and they Narcaned me back, and I was going in and out of mental institutions. Like I didn't see an out. Like I didn't see a way of like getting my life back. I felt like everything was just gone forever, and I was just so low in life, man. Like I just didn't care anymore. Like I've referred to it in recovery as like being rock bottom in my recovery. Like I was a year and a half sober when they took my kids from me. So like I didn't even see the point in being sober anymore. Like I didn't see the point in being alive. And yeah, I was seeking out every way I could to kill myself. So I went out and I got the heroin with fentanyl in it because I knew I'd never like really messed with the fentanyl shit, and I knew it would kill me. And I spent an entire month trying to kill myself with the shit. And I overdosed 3 times, and I was Narcan back 3 times. And yeah, I went out and I tried to kill myself in the woods one night, and it didn't. Fate intervened, man, and I'm still here. And like after that, man, I was going through withdrawal. I was talking to my therapist, and in my head, it's like, you know what? I've never went to rehab. I'm gonna go to rehab. I'm gonna get put on maintenance. I'm still gonna be able to get high, right? But I'll be considered sober, so I can still fuck up and just be numb and not face what I'm facing. And when I called my therapist, she was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not sending you to rehab." I was like, "What?" She's like, "No, I'm not gonna send you to rehab. You've beat this before plenty of times, and you're just looking for a way to get high legally." And I mean, she called me on my shit, like dead ass. Man, like I got off the phone with her. I was so pissed off, honestly. I was so pissed off about it. But I was sitting outside one day, and it was like day 3 of withdrawal, and I was going through the cold chills, and man, I was going through it. I'm going to spare you some of the details. But I was sitting outside, and it was the middle of July. It was hot as fuck, and I'm out there freezing in a hoodie. I'm freezing my ass off in a hoodie, just trying to be warm. And I closed my eyes, and I felt the breeze blow through my arm hair. It made me think, man, what would it be like to never feel that again? And I felt the warmth of the sun on me. I'm like, man, what would it be like to never feel that again? And I followed that train of thought, and I got to the point where I was like, what would it be like to never hear your children's laughter again? What would it be like to never feel their hugs again? To see their smile again? And man, that's where I found all the strength I needed to continue. I haven't used heroin since. I'm going to be 4 years sober on my ex-wife's birthday. Talk about irony. July 31st, I will be 4 years sober. And that's where the song, The Man You'll Never See comes from, is because like, she'll never see this part of me. I got myself sober, and she's never going to see it.
Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. Like, you're hoping that they will give you validation or congratulate you, but they never will.
Well, I learned
it doesn't matter. What matters is you, so. Right.
So I learned in this that like the only validation I need is my own. Mm-hmm. Like when I found Stoic, so when that happened, and I had those thoughts about never feeling my kids' hugs again, or feeling the warmth of their love, or seeing their smiles, or hearing their laughter. Like right after that, like fate just started intervening hard in my life. Like I found Stoic principles, and the diaries of Marcus Aurelius helped me massively. The writings of Seneca, Epictetus, Stoic principles really helped save my life. Between that and my religion, because like the Norse paganism is a very Stoic religion too. So Stoicism really saved my life, and that's where the song Amor Fati comes from. It's Amor Fati is Latin for love of fate, and that means just to embrace whatever fate brings your way. Be it good, bad, in between. There's a life lesson in it, and if you take the time to sit back and find a beneficial process, you'll find it, and then you can utilize it to launch yourself forward. So I've become very positive, which I never was in life. I was always very negative. So I've become a very positive person now. It's funny too, because like I can look back on so many times in my life where if I just saw the beneficial process in it, I could have saved myself a lot of heartache.
Right. Well, let's listen to the song.
Try to end it all in the dead of night, fading fast, no strength to fight, but somehow I held on to the light. Alone with shadows, no voices near, lost in a world consumed by fear. Echoes of pain drowning my soul, in the depths of despair I lost control. But in that moment something sparked, a whisper of hope from the endless dark. From death to life, I rose again. Out of the ashes, past the pain. Though broken and scarred, I'm breathing still, fighting each day with unyielding will. In darkness deep, I found my way. From death to life, I live today. Once upon a time in my life, I tried to end it all in the dead of night. Fading fast, no strength to fight, but somehow I held on to the light. Only that moment something sparked, a whisper of hope from the endless dark. From death to moment something sparked, a whisper of hope from the endless dark. But in that moment something sparked, a whisper of hope from the endless dark. From death to life, I rose again. Out of the ashes, past the pain. From broken and scarred, I'm breathing still, fighting each day with unyielding will. In darkness deep, I found my way. From death to life, I live today. From my scars, they tell a story that battle stars. A soul reborn from fractured past, a strength unbroken, built to last. Through endless nights and shadows cast, I found the will to make it pay. Once upon a time in my life, I tried to end it all in the dead of night. Fading fast, no strength to fight, but somehow I held on to the light. Through storm
drummer? Do you just
Drum machines.
Yeah.
pedals? Like I
um,
really want to see you perform. I'm really curious to see how you do it.
so just a drum pad, like not. I want to get an electronic drum set so I can actually learn how to do that, but it's just with a drum pad, drum machine, drum pad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then like so BandLab has this really interesting like drum machine on there where like you can start off with a template of a drum beat and then you can just start filling and adding whatever you want. And it's really amazing. That's how I've created all the drum beats that I use. Um, so it's been insane, like learning full production, and like I never thought I'd be able to do that shit. Like honestly, I never thought I'd be able to do half the shit I do now. And you know, if I hadn't learned how to give a crap about myself, I would have never actually tried. Like I let myself defeat myself in so many things in life. Man, like that's why I wrote that song, because honestly, until I got to that point, I wasn't even living. I was just fucking floating through life, man. I was just floating. I was wearing a mask and I was using people pleasing to keep the mask on. Like I lacked confidence in myself. I hated myself. Like
So,
it was, yeah, go ahead.
was it painful when you took off that mask, or was it just like a breath of fresh air?
It was 7 months of hell. I'm not gonna lie. Like I had a lot to process. So I when I found Stoic Principles, I also found Carl Jung's Shadow Work, and I started applying the Stoic Principles to my life. And I started applying shadow work to my life as well. And I realized in that I was the architect of my own destruction. Like because I wouldn't take accountability for things, because I wouldn't face things, because I kept trying to numb the problems that I wasn't facing, I was just destroying my life. And when I stopped doing that, I started living. I discovered so many things about myself, like working on cars, producing my own music completely. I never had the confidence to do like straight up vocals. I always did like metal growls in the previous bands I was in. I was always a backup vocalist, you know, doing the screaming and the growls. I like I played guitar in front of people, but like it was different. I don't understand, like because I get lost in playing guitar. When I'm singing, like you're the front man, everybody's watching you. So I get so caught up in my head and shit because I lack confidence. I didn't believe in myself. So through 7 months of isolation, and like there were some times, man, where like I was so hard on myself, but at the same time, like I had to figure out what was true and what wasn't, you know. And when I started figuring out what I put on myself versus what others put on me, and what was just made up out of insecurities versus what was real, and when I figured that out, well, that showed me what I had to work on, because what was real was what I needed to fix. All the other stuff, well, it was just made up. It was shit I put on myself, shit other people put on me, through their own insecurities, through my own insecurities. But the things that were
Mhm.
absolutely true, that was the framework of where I had to start. And it took 7 months of isolation, um, a lot of painful nights, man. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of painful nights.
So it
I,
was it, so it was a difficult transition to pull off that mask, or to kind of wake up, feel the sun, feel light, feel life again. But
oh yeah,
that's your experience is beautiful. Like as an artist, um, reaching out to anyone who like is in that same kind of position that you were in, do you find that you have been a good mentor for people, or do you find that you have helped others with their choices of becoming better versions of themselves too?
Absolutely. I know I've touched people's lives. Uh, I look at it this way, though. It's like a rock being thrown in a pond. You really never know how far those ripples are going to carry, you know? Um, but I always put my best forward. And if I see people going through something, struggling, I will give them the same advice that saved my life. I will talk them through it. I will try and guide them. I will show them I'll show them the principles that saved my life, to reach one, you must teach one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
I kind of feel like I wait unless people ask me. I try not to like over teach people stuff because we all, when we're ready, like for you, you were ready. You finally were ready to awaken, right?
mhm.
And that's the tricky part. Like I get so nervous about like trying to help people and then they just run off and they hurt themselves more.
Because
You
you
know?
can't help anybody if they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves, you know.
Absolutely. And that's,
It's so tricky, right? Like for advice. But
yeah,
if people ask you
that's
or
the hardest part, though. That's the hardest part, right? Is because the only thing we really have control over is ourselves, right? We can want something so bad for someone else. Like we could beat our head against a brick wall for 30 years for someone else. But until they're ready to knock that wall down themselves, that wall's not going anywhere. You know,
right.
it's
Like
it's really hard to watch others that you care about continue to struggle.
like
It's really hard to watch that.
for Sunny and I, we both have overcome some really hard struggles and we on our own decided to make our lives better. But together we like just kind of waited for the right moment and made a huge change in our life, right?
Right.
Yeah, like I remember I heard one time when I was it's like I was told like, you want to quit drinking, but you have to go on like a 9-month bender just to figure it out. It's crazy how like
I mean,
work, you know.
That
a lot of the
that may not
times,
be me.
a lot of the times when we hit our deepest depravity is when we discover ourselves, who we really are. I look at it this way: people don't learn much from success. You learn more through failing, right? So sometimes we got to fall. And I used to tell my kids this, and it's actually part of it's a quote from Batman. Yeah. So now my nerd's showing just a lot. But when Bruce Wayne fell into the well and his dad came down and got him, he asked him, Bruce, why do we fall down? Right. So I used to tell my kids this. I'd be like, why do we fall down? We fall down to learn to pick ourselves back up. And if we keep picking ourselves back up, we become unstoppable. Because nothing's going to stop us. If the only person that's going to stop us is us.
Right.
So if we keep getting back up, we become unstoppable. And I used to tell my kids that all the time. And it's crazy because I never followed it myself. And now I can look back at that and I can be like, you know what? I'm a living example of that. Like when they see me again, they'll realize despite all of it, I never gave up. I kept fighting. I changed everything in my life. I changed who I was at the core.
Right.
And that's the most powerful legacy I can leave my children, is that no matter what this world throws at you, if you keep picking yourself up, if you keep trying, if you find a beneficial process in it, nothing can stop you.
Right. And sometimes it takes years,
Absolutely.
decades, but eventually you'll get there if you keep trying.
Yep. And that's where the song The Journey comes from. Or Walking the Path. I'm sorry, Walking the Path. I have a song called Walking the Path, and that's where that song comes from. And this is my way of sharing my experience with people, is through my music. It's a gentle way of doing it. It's not forced. I can reach way more people without ever having to force it. I don't know when somebody's going to listen to one of my songs who's going through something I went through And that's that beacon of light that they need to carry them out of that darkness. Like, I could care less about fame, money. I could care less about any of that. But to know that one of my songs was able to save someone else's life, like music saved my life, that's the true reward right there.
After this interview, I'm going to share something that I just did recently that is for that exact purpose. It hasn't been dropped yet, but I'll share it with you.
Okay, awesome.
Music is absolutely incredible.
Music is what feelings sound like.
Music is feelings.
I like that. That might become a bar in a song.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna put that in a bar in a song.
You should. You should.
Music is what feelings sound like.
Mm-hmm.
And when words fail, music speaks.
Yes.
There you go, man. Absolutely.
Yes. Everyone has some kind of connection with music. And the most beautiful thing is when it hits us at the right time and gives us a message.
And if you don't, you are not from this planet.
We're messengers. Artists are messengers in a way.
Yeah.
Except when that artist message is to look at their ass and watch it bounce up and down.
Sometimes that's good for some people.
Sometimes that's the message.
Yeah, it might be simple, but you know.
Whatever your message may be, make sure it's authentic.
Quality.
Absolutely.
What? It's not a fake ass? Okay. We get it. Implants, no judgment.
With those Brazilian injections in your ass. Looking like a milkshake
we have been on for almost an hour and 45 minutes. It's about time to wrap up.
Yep.
Tell us, like, where do we find you on Spotify?
Okay, so all right, so the videos that I've made is Dead of Night Entertainment on YouTube. Everything else is under Dead Till Night. You can find it on YouTube Music, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, Pandora, iHeartRadio, pretty much every music sharing platform that DistroKid works with. It's under Dead Till Night. And the album drops tomorrow at 12. So nice. in your time, for anyone wherever they are, it will be 12 at their time.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
all right.
Make sure we get to
midnight
tomorrow, everybody.
Monday.
It will be the release.
I think, a matter of fact, I think I got the email while we were doing this show from Spotify saying it's already on, or from DistroKid saying it's already on Spotify. So it's available.
All right, available right now. Lost and Rebirth on Spotify. The newest album from Dead Till Night.
I'm going to check this out after the interview, everyone. Check it out. Shout out to you, Dean. I'm calling you Dean, Dead Till Night. And shout out to everyone who has been on the comments. It's great to meet some of you new faces. And Venus, I can't wait to hear your music. I'm going to check it out. I've heard great things about you on this interview. And that's one thing I love about Zoetic Productions. We bring people together. That is the whole purpose of Zoetic Productions.
Unity
and the creation.
Melody.
That's why it was created, to network and bring people together. And we rep the 801. We have mad love for everyone. And let's finish on one more song. Let's just, as we exit this beautiful interview, I'm going to play. Oh, I just really want to play Amor Fati.
Let's play Amor Fati.
All right, that's a great one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and before we play it, I'm going to give you a moment to conclude or let everyone know what you're thinking and say goodnight.
I'm so grateful for everyone that's been here tonight, man. Look, all the support. and the love that you all have showed me, it's massively appreciated. I can't actually put it into words. Maybe one day I'll make a song about it and I'll do it justice. But I always struggle with how to put it in words because I'm not used to this kind of thing. So I appreciate you all, man. And I hope that every one of you are blessed in every single thing you do in life. Like everything you face, everything you do, that you are blessed to the maximum in all of it. And that you all enjoy your grand rising. Like I said earlier, this is the year for it, man. Don't let life hold you down. You can overcome. You can absolutely change your entire world. Just find a beneficial process and be blessed.
Very, very humble words
Many
from Dick
blessings.
tonight. Thank you so much.
And this is Amor Fati. Everybody, Amor Fati.
Amor Fati,
What
love of fate.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Love
Yes,
of fate?
love of feet. Yep.
Okay.
It's
All
love-
right,
love
let's
of fate.
go. Thank you, everybody. We love you. We're gonna play this song, and we're going to end the stream as soon as it's over.
Thank you all.
I love my faith, come storm or shine. Every twist and turn is a gift divine. Embrace the fire, let it shape my soul. I'm more fighty, I'm forever whole. The road's uneven, the path runs steep, but I own my pain, it's mine to keep. Every scar I wear a lesson taught. Every stumble's worth the strength it brought. No regrets, no wishing back. The broken trail is my chosen track. I won't curse the rain, I won't fear the fight. This life's a canvas, painted in light. I'm all fighting, it's my creed. To love each moment, let it see. Through joy and sorrow, rise and fall. This life is mine, I'll take it all. The wind may howl, the skies may break, but every trial's a gift I take. To bend not snap, to rise not flee. This is the heart of Amor Fati. The wheel of fortune turns its way, but I don't flinch, I'm here to stay. What's good, what's bad, it's all the same. I'll face it all without shame. Each loss, each gain, they forge my core. I won't ask for less, I don't need more. I'll walk this life with open arms, through the chaos, through the charms. I'm all fighting, it's my creed. To love each moment, let each see. Through joy and sorrow, rise and fall. This life is mine, I'll take it all. No fate too cruel, no fate too kind. Every trial refines my mind. The universe whispers, this is the key to live in love through Amor Fati. Love the struggle, love the strife. Every cut's a carving knife. The wounds I bear, they make me free. This is the heart of Amor Fati. Love the struggle, love the strife. Every cut's a carving knife. The wounds I bear, they make me free. This is the heart of Amor Fati. I'll love my fate, come storm or shine. Every twist and turn is a gift divine. Embrace the fire that shaped my soul. Amor Fati, I'm forever whole. So here I stand, with fate in hand, a willing player in life's demand. No dream too big, no storm too vast. I'm Lord Fati, my future, my past.
Good night, everybody. Mad love. Appreciate you.
Good night, everyone.
Share, like, check out the YouTube channel on
Yes,
Medoozy.
night.
Check out all of our interviews on the Zoetic Productions page. And we have so much love for all of you. Good night.